Hey, today, I'm finna do a video. I know I've been gone for a minute, been a lot of crazy things going on with evil ass jealous people trying to sabotage me once again. You know, I got a strong, message and certain people hate that. They like agents of chaos. I'm not a part of no fraternity. I'm not a part of no organization. I don't have nobody bagging me up. I'm independent. And I got jealous family members that feel like once I take off, I'm gonna leave everybody behind. So I've been having hate from them, jealousy from women. I can't date them because they just selfish, worry about what they could get out of a nigga, or they don't want to see you shine, see you come up. Cause that stinking bitch, I already know she can't get whatever she want from you. You gonna leave her ass anyway because she fucking and sucking multiple niggas. So you don't want to deal with that. So I've been, you know, going through emotion with trying to do my project and all this nonsense been happening. But today I'm finna make this video explain why. Just like I explained why, all the trials and tribulations I've been going through with the jealousy and hate and the sabotage and, people been still trying to come at me lately. It adds up to, the thing with MGTow. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about MGTow. MGTow, men going their own way. You got some guys bash it. You got some guys praise it. You got some guys that just give their experience of, how they feel about relationships and what is MGTown is offering them as far as them being, you know, a guy that created a movement or whatever, or, made it in the way where men can analyze, the worst case scenario in a relationship, things to do and things not to do as far as in dating. A lot of guys burnt out, hurt, scarred, bitter by all the things they done went through with women. Then you got some girls out there continue to play the game and want to feel like it's hope with changing them, doing this, doing that. When my thing is this, my point is my point and my opinion is this: women are made out to be a test to man. If guys don't understand that, then they a bunch of fucking slow, retarded idiots. Because you've always been having women thinking that they're smarter than men, and they've been showing it. They've been showing it like they more deceiving and more cunning than most men. Men don't know how to think psychological. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to, weaponize anything against a woman to turn the tables in their favor. They're like they can't do without a woman. They weak minded. They've been like that since the beginning of Eve. Who deceived who first? Adam, did Adam deceive Eve, or Eve deceived Adam? Eve deceived Adam. So that strong deception of that generational curse been going on ever since that time of what we know of or what the Bible speaks of. And it's happening all the way up until now. These guys out here stupid. That's why it's men going their own way, MGTown, with men going their own way with their own experience in life and philosophy. Because we done sit back and watch these other morons and other macho man guys and alpha male and apocalypse guys, be defeated by women and go through all these other trials and tribulations with struggling. Because, the bitch took everything from your stupid ass because you think with your penis. You allow porn and all this other, nonsense on TV to affect you from the real world. These part, these people are part of a cult. They rich. They can control bitches as sex slaves. You can't do that. You can't make videos and jack off and be entertained and be, just as horny and get it off as much as you want to because you don't control that. You broke. You know. They scared of them. They scared of those guys. They scared of them because of fear and power. They got money and power. So them stinking bitches that you see on these porn sites and shit, they sucking fucking out of fear and because of money and respect. They gonna do what they do because you signed a contract. It's a legal contract. It's tied to it. You gotta obey that contract. You made that deal. That's what you gotta do. You gotta have money, power, and status, and then have a contract for them stinking hoes. So once they sign the contract, they gotta go through it or get sued for everything that they work for. Got. You know what I'm saying? So the elites and powerful men use leverage over these stinking bitches. That's why you got these feminists talking shit about this and that, complaining, mad about slut shaming, because they already know bitches gonna be sex slaves to the elites. The elites are letting them talk their shit and do what they do so they can cause division in relationships and man, cause a gender war. Like I said, women are made to be a test. They teaming up with demons and extraterrestrials and everything to go against the nature of what God says and what man feel and everything else. You know, that's what they doing. And it go bigger than guys, sensitive ass emotions about, oh, I want to pick it fix in the White House and the family. It's like TV done affected your brain, corrupts your brain to the point where now you can't do without that. You gotta get with a woman. You gotta have a woman in your fucking life. Like if apocalypse happen, society collapse with, the system and the government and everything shut down. He gonna be one of them women that invite a evil, rotten ass bitch to set everybody up in the house. She be like, I'm a down doing stress. I have nowhere to go. Man, let her in, man. She a woman. She shouldn't be out there. You have a nigga right on the outside though, running up in there with guns and shit. You got guys out there that pussy worship and put pussy on the pedestal like that. And then just by being a woman, they look at that on the outside. They say these guys are fucking stupid. You think I would open the door for a bitch and knowing that I know? See, they know each other. See, a woman admit that would be stupid if a guy would open up the door. That's why they say they smarter than guys. They don't want nobody that they smarter than, that they can manipulate and all that shit. They want a guy that can take control over them. You ain't that guy. That's why the elites have sex slaves and whatever. They use money, anything to manipulate the situation in their favor. And that bitch gonna do whatever she do to make it happen for them out of fear and power and money. That's what it is. So if you guys ain't got that, of course you shouldn't date. Of course you could live out your fantasy, a happy life, or you want to have your own porn show or whatever, porn site or however, and you can't do those things because you ain't got the money and the power. You ain't got the submission of this bitch. She all over the place for survival mode. She want money. I want money, 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 money. I want my hair done. I want this, I want that. So most of you guys end up being a slave to pussy. That's the American way. The Lady Liberty, they land of free and a home of the living. They live to do whatever they please. Run over guys, talk to them like shit. So that's why, men are going their own way. Because it's an evil society. Throughout history, they've been showing that women been causing wars, destroying men's lives. And you doing all that shit like she's some kind of god or something, like humiliating yourself and all that lame ass shit. Bitch, who the fuck are you? You ain't no ride or die, or you ain't somebody that I look at as important. Fuck you. The fuck? Hey, come on with the jokes, man. You a human, or unless you think you God because you might be a fallen angel or something, bitch. Whatever. You from species, or you from another planet? Hmm? That's what I want to know. So men going their own way because of things like that, nigga. Because of pussy worship and niggas are acting weird, killing you over, cuffing any and everything. They want to say it's 10-1. Boy, stop. Those are whole strung out, crazy, fucking somebody's husband, or mental health, or weird as hell. The connection won't even work. All kinds of levels of bullshit because of the entity of the spirits inside these bitches. So it go beyond your understanding. Most guys are too simple minded. And these frat boys, college boys, they want to talk about all this basic shit, nigga. It's gonna go beyond that. Let's talk about something spiritual. They'll fuck your whole life for a dummy ass nigga. That's why I never listen to man. You must listen to God. I'm a spiritual person. You know, men going their own way. That's what mgtow stand for. And I'm going my own way. And I stand on that, man. Don't trust that man because the philosophy change. You know, each decade, each year, you know, something changed. So how you gonna go by that same philosophy? You in a new era, motherfucker. We ain't living in the old, you know, generation of your time or shit, nigga. Time done change. So you gotta change with time. So let's make it make sense, motherfucker. That's why I never listen to the quotes. I mean, certain quotes might, you know, end up being beneficial at that moment of time. At that era, you know, with if it count with, you know, something that's surviving, that's something gonna help you. But if it don't match up, if the situation is overwhelming more than, you know, the scale is overwhelming and it's higher than, you know, your accountability, then it's a fucking problem. You know, so weigh that shit out, man. Yeah, like this nigga that I know named Dread, man, Dread Master. He say add it up. So add up the problem from the beneficial. Which one? You want it to be more beneficial to you, or you want problems? So don't listen to these guys' philosophy, man. Listen to God. Listen to God philosophies or the Bible, if anything. But everything else is bullshit. And that's why man going their own way. Every man got their own journey. I'm going my way. I ain't following another man. You ain't gotta follow me either. Some of us got similarity behavior, similarity thoughts and minds on how we look at things. But the rest of them is doomed. It's doomed to be a statistic. I'm not gonna talk to no walking example when his life's supposed to be played out like that. You know, you talking to a dummy and he's still supposed to do exactly what God allowed his life to play it out to be done. So he's supposed to be an example. I can't. Why are you gonna save the example? You're supposed to watch the movie. You're supposed to watch the movie. You don't get involved, man. You know, we're supposed to do that. That's what everything is. It's a circus, boy. Whether the devil is playing in the scene or God or, you know, whatever. It's played out like a movie. You let people be statistic. You sit back and watch and enjoy the movie. You don't intervene or try to stop it. What the fuck is wrong with you? You can't stop something that God allowed to be abused. You know, everything is controlled by the Creator. How you gonna stop? How you gonna stop your cousin from going out there getting in trouble, and then he get out there and get in trouble anyway? When God allowed it to happen, and it was designed to walk it out the way it was supposed to be played out and walked out. He was supposed to walk into danger because it was meant to happen, motherfucker. Nobody can stop nothing that God can control. That one thing that people don't realize. Whether it's good or bad, it gonna happen, motherfucker. Fuck that shit. So when men say they going their own way, mgtow, you know, the movement, you know, with men, you know, being single or whatever, okay, fine, do that. But make sure you have a real cause for it. Don't do it because, oh yeah, my whole life revolves around women. What men say, the dick in the booty, and men say about why I ain't got no woman, and they act like they want to control my penis. Don't worry about what they say. They some faggots. Their opinion don't matter. Just like these worthless man-hating dykes and everybody else of the world that's evil as hell. Their opinion don't matter. They just gonna be walking examples for the Creator. So that's all I gotta say about this shit, man, doing this video, man. Fuck all that bullshit. Hey, man, stay true to yourself. Ignore the deception of the world and stay sucker free. And that's my definition of mgtow. I'm going my own way. Fuck y'all talking about. Done.